Welcome to the Bravo Clubhouse for the podcast edition of Watch What Happens Live with me, Andy Cohen. Hey guys, it's Andy here tonight with Connie Chung and Maury Povich. We had them both on together a few years back. It's been, and they were so funny. Connie loves herself a glass of red wine. And she gets real fun. And, Maury's a classic. And a lot of Tanya Harding questions for Connie. I want to ask about what she thinks of Matt Lauer and Charlie Rose and all that. I think there's a lot to talk to her about tonight. Plus, the three of us are going to reenact a classic moment from the Maury Povich show. I mean, aren't they all classic moments? I'm excited for this one, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. See you in the clubhouse. She got her start during Watergate, and he's solved many Is That My Son or Daughter Gate? It's Watch What Happens Live with Connie Chung and Maury Povich now. Audience, welcome to Watch What Happens Live. I'm Andy Cohen in the Bravo Clubhouse with a power couple who are basically the cool mom and dad of all media. She is a broadcasting icon who I've loved since my days as a wee intern at CBS. I brought her a sandwich once. It's Connie Chung, everybody. I got that wrong. She offered to make me a sandwich when I dropped a script off at her house. And as his show Maury celebrates its 20th season, I can confirm that watching him administer thousands of paternity tests over the years might be the second biggest reason I've completely avoided heterosexual intercourse. Welcome back, Maury Povich. Hey! Great to see you both. I'm so glad you're here.
Thank you.
Congratulations on your 20th year of the Maury Povich show. So, Connie, do you spend all the money or do you save any of it?
No. Maury spends it.
Oh, he does?
Oh, yes. He's a bad boy.
Wow.
I spend it on you.
Yes. Over at the bar, they are the hosts of the New York Times Still Processing podcast with the new episode every Thursday. It's culture writers Jenna Wortham and Wesley Morris. Hey, guys. Have you two, I know you talk about lofty things and broad things and high and low. Have you two ever discussed a Bravo show on the podcast?
Vanderpump.
Yes.
Oh, good.
I mean,
excellent.
We know that it exists.
Okay.
Yeah, we got it.
Let's get started. Since Valentine's Day is approaching, we couldn't help but pay tribute to your relationship. How long have you been married?
She doesn't know.
Yeah, 30-something.
3.
33 years. Yes. That's sweet.
Sweet. You didn't throw up, huh?
No.
Oh, okay.
What's the key to your the success of your marriage?
Never do anything together.
So many of your questions for Connie Chung and Maury Povich are coming in. How's your scotch, Connie?
Excellent.
Good, with a little lemon rind, I see.
Yes.
Coming in, but before we get to those, here's what 3 things I am obsessed with tonight. First, throughout her career, Connie Chung has been one of the most trusted voices in news. But who in news does Connie Chung most trust? Here's what, Connie, I'm going to give you a situation and a choice of 2 broadcasters. You tell me who you choose in each. Who would you choose to break the news of an incoming weather disaster? Al Roker or Sam Champion?
Al Roker.
Who would you rather go to for your celebrity gossip? Ryan Seacrest or Wendy Williams?
Wendy Williams.
Who would you entrust? Oh, that's Maury's competition. Who would you entrust with an expose of your own life? Barbara Walters or Diane Sawyer?
Barbara Walters, definitely.
Who would you rather share a dressing room with? Kathy Lee Gifford or Hoda Kotb? Ooh, sorry.
Hoda.
Who would you choose to be your co-anchor? Ann Curry or Tamron Hall?
I'd go with Ann Curry.
Okay. Which Gumble is your go-to sports source, Greg or Bryant?
Greg.
Whose view would you rather support, Whoopi Goldberg or Joy Behar?
Oh, gosh. You know what? They're both great. Actually...
Whoopi.
No, what? Maury? He always tries to answer my questions.
I'm sure.
You know?
Yeah.
It's very annoying.
Yes.
They're both so darn funny.
Yes, they are.
And Whoopi's Jewish, too.
Yeah.
And
Maybe
so
that
is
gives
Joy.
Joy is Italian. She's not Jewish. Commonly thought of. Yes.
I'm going with the
Whoopi.
Jew.
Yes. Whose voice would you rather wake up to every morning, Savannah Guthrie or Willie Geist?
Willie. I'm a big Willie fan.
Very good. Those are your picks. Second, sometimes I think back to the theme of an episode of Maury that I've watched over the past 2 decades, and I honestly wonder, did that really happen, or have I been hitting the Connie Chung hybrid indica a little too hard again? Here's what, let's find out how well Maury remembers what did and did not happen as we play Maury Show or Hell No. Maury, I'm going to give you episode titles.
Oh,
you
boy.
tell me if you were the father of it or if you made it
3,000
up.
shows.
I know.
This is an Alzheimer's test.
Okay, yeah, it is. Connie asked me to do this. You said you loved me. Why did you try to kill me? Is that a Maury show or hell no?
That's a Maury show.
Yes, aired in 2005. So what if we're cousins? Marriage is binding. Maury show or hell no?
Say it
That's
again.
on the show.
No, hell no. My fear of pillows is ruining my life.
My fear of pillows?
Yes.
Not my show.
Yes, not your show. I cheated on my blind husband with a woman.
That's the Maury show.
2006. I'm afraid of bandages, bugs, and birds.
Oh, that's
yes.
the Maury
Yes,
show.
absolutely. Take a look at my balls. No way that's my kid.
Oh, that's the Maury show.
Nope, it wasn't. My fiance is a cab driver. Is he giving free rides for sex?
That's my show.
Yes, just a few years ago, 2013. Terror at work. My coworker is trying to kill me.
That's not my
Nope. Is the man I love cheating with my grandmother?
That's the Maury show.
4 years ago. Thank you very much, Maury Povich. Finally, in 1994, after the Nancy Kerrigan clubbing, Connie Chung owned the story. She was assigned to follow Tonya Harding's every move so closely. I'm surprised nobody took Connie's knee out. Here's what, Connie, since tomorrow is the Winter Olympics opening ceremony on NBC, and since Tanya's been back in the news, I have a lot of questions for you.
Wow.
Did you see I, Tonya, and what did you think?
I thought Margot Robbie was unbelievable, and what's her name who played the mother?
Yes, Allison Janney.
Allison Janney. I'm sorry I didn't remember her name.
That's okay.
They were just terrific.
And Tanya's reputation has been,
Restored
yes,
in many
and
ways.
do you think she deserved that?
Well, I think it was very dramatic. In other words, stretching drama.
It was
and the
creative.
truth.
Right.
And I think there is Tanya's truth, which I think they were saying.
Right.
Essentially, there's Tanya's truth, and then there's what is probably the real truth.
On ABC, there was a special, Tanya finally admitting to having prior knowledge of the attack.
Right.
Were you surprised by that?
Shocked.
You were?
Shocked. Well, because I'd never heard it uttered by her.
Right.
Although we all assumed.
What did you think of her mother, and how close was the portrayal of her mom in the movie to the real version who you interviewed?
We don't know. I mean, we all. Oh, you know what? I don't think I ever did.
I think that was just a clip of you
That was
interviewing
the
the mother.
mother?
I think so, yeah.
Oh.
Connie.
Alzheimer's test.
All right.
No, you you think that was the mother?
I think that was the mother. I think.
I think you're right.
Yeah. Has
Shoot
your
me
opinion
now.
of Tanya?
Would you just shoot me now?
No, I will never.
Please.
Has your opinion of Tanya changed over the years?
No, it's been rather consistent.
And your opinion is
That she has a little problem, the same way our president does.
problem with the truth?
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you very much, Connie Chung. By the way, do you think Tanya deserves Nancy's forgiveness?
You know, I think it's long past. I think Nancy, they both weren't really sterling people in many ways.
Yes.
They both had their idiosyncrasies, if I might call it that.
Yes.
But they both had problems with being goody two-shoes.
I feel that I interviewed you about this once, and you called them ungrateful wenches, I think. Yeah.
I should have.
I feel like a beard.
Maury, Kristen Kay said, looking at Mia Farrow's son, Ronan, today, do you feel the need to do a paternity test?
Oh, really?
Yes.
Anytime.
Okay, let's go to Erica from Virginia. Erica, what's your question?
Hi, my question is for Connie.
Okay.
Connie, since you were one of the first female news anchors, I'd like to know your thoughts about the allegations made against Charlie Rose and Matt Lauer.
Interesting. Well, let me say for the record that anybody who sexually harassed me is now dead. They're so old.
Would you say that you were sexually harassed in your career?
Yeah. Oh, sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
every day, you know.
Every day.
I mean, a lot.
Right.
Yeah, especially when I started out. I'm actually very proud, to answer the viewer's question, very proud of CBS and NBC for just taking quick action. Because I think, some people might be victims of precipitous action, but these two seemed, the reports about them were excessive. And I think I was thrilled for this moment, for women.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, but that's all I should say.
Okay. Let's go to Emily from Boston. Hey, Emily, what's your question?
Hi, Andy. I'm a huge fan. I never miss an episode.
Thanks.
I have a question for Maury.
Okay.
I was wondering what was the most bizarre phobia he ever saw during one of his phobia shows.
Well, I'll tell you the one that got millions of views on YouTube, which today still, astonishes everybody. I had a woman who was scared of pickles. And as usual, in order, to get over your phobia, we brought a barrel of pickles on the show, and of course she runs all over the place, and we bring some guy who tries to cure, and that YouTube episode is.
Did that mean that she actually was afraid of dicks?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. I mean, it's a logical thought. I mean, did that come up, Maury?
In another show.
Okay. Connie, Monica R. wants to know who the most famous person we'd be surprised to hear asked you out on a date was.
Oh.
How about the one she accepted?
Who'd you go on a date with?
Oh, no, you're going to go there? I love this.
Yeah. Who was it, Connie?
Who?
Yeah.
How many?
How many? Really?
You have to understand, she worked in California for like 7 years.
Yes.
And she was the big hotshot anchor out there.
Yes, KCBS?
KCBS, then KNXT.
Wow.
So, and she always accuses me, when we were single, of dating people whose names I could not remember.
No, you could not remember the first names, let alone the last names.
Right.
Which you
but
never
Connie,
knew.
on the other hand, marquee.
Really big movie stars.
Well, I'd tell him, and he'd go, really?
Go ahead. Name a couple. I will.
No, I'm
Give me
not
one.
going to.
Give me one.
Warren, of course.
Of course.
Well, there was a line that
What? Oh.
my sister used about Warren that for young women, for young women who went to California, you could not get into the state unless you dated Warren.
Yes.
Well, she called him the immigration officer.
California. That's why we love Warren Beatty. I love it. Let's go to Gina from Atlanta. Hey, Gina, what's your question?
Hey, listen, I've always wanted to know, Maury and Connie, is it really true that Letterman was in love with Connie and that David was jealous of Maury?
Very true.
Really?
To this day, this guy has never uttered my name correctly.
Yeah, he always
called
says
me Murray, Morty.
Really?
Yeah.
Trying to get under your skin.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And with Connie, it was, he was he was in love with her. She came on the late night show, especially when she was at NBC.
And he was, yes. You had great
12:30
rapport.
show.
That was amazing.
And every time a guest canceled, Connie, could you come up? We've got a skit to do.
Well, speaking of skits,
fun.
Connie and Maury, last time you were here, you reenacted a classic episode of Maury with me. It was so much fun, and we all committed so hard. I want to do it again, okay?
Yay!
So let's do it, Maury. Let's switch seats. Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
All right.
Okay.
I have to get in the frame.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Hello, everybody. We're here for a lie detector test because Karen walked in on her boyfriend, Devin, who was being pleasured by one of Karen's family members. But Devin had an excuse. He said, she was just fixing my zipper.
Oh, God.
It makes me sick that she accuses me of this every day.
You make me sick.
So it was a misunderstanding with you? With that family member?
Yeah, it was a misunderstanding, Maury. She was just helping me with my pants.
With your pants, I see.
Yeah, helping me fix my zipper. It was broke. It was broke.
Oh, hell no.
I needed her help.
Why was she on her knees?
She was using her teeth, baby.
Oh, hell no.
All right, enough of this. We've got the lie detector results. We're going to end it right here. So, during your relationship with Karen, did you receive oral sex from one of her family members?
No.
You said no?
No.
The lie detector test determined you're a liar.
I knew it. I knew it. You.
That's not true. It's not true. My zipper was broke.
I'm gonna break your dick.
Thank you very much.
We're still processing that reenactment. That was really fun. That was one.
It's a good thing you went.
I know, because I was trying to get her to look at the teleprompter to see that her line was, I'm gonna, whatever it was. And I didn't know if you were gonna say that, but I'm so glad you did.
I didn't either, and then I saw it and went, whoop.
Mary, Blair G emailed, what was your reaction when that woman from your show went viral because she looked just like a female Ted Cruz?
Oh, yeah.
That was
another one.
That was amazing.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
That was so funny.
Connie Laura K emailed, without naming names, what's the worst thing an interviewee has said or done to you off camera? Have you ever done an interview and had someone, like, freak out on you off camera? Tanya walked out.
Well, she's had a lot who walked out.
Yeah, you have.
It's sort of thrilling when someone walks out,
Yeah, it
because
is.
as soon as
Bill
you
Gates
see
walked
that,
out on
yeah,
it.
Bill Gates? What did you say to Bill Gates to make him walk out?
Well,
I think it was about a lawsuit, wasn't it?
Maury, see how he answers my question? You know, it's like, could you zip it?
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes.
So sweet. Just sit
Didn't
there.
know if you would remember.
Last call of the night. Caller, what's your name and from where are you calling?
Hi, I'm Jeff from Detroit.
Hey, Jeff, what's your question?
My question's for Maury. Which new celebrity couple would you most like to see on the Maury Show couches?
Who was the singer the other day who apparently maybe her mate started to go out on her and mess around? Cardi B. Cardi B. We invited Cardi B and him to just come on the show and to take a lie detector test.
Oh, my God, that's amazing. Did you just do that?
Yeah.
Wow, you know about Cardi B.
Oh, come on, Andy.
It's time for my mazel of the day, and it goes to all the internet dogs who are proving how gentle they are with the Golden Retriever Egg Challenge, where an owner puts an egg in the dog's mouth to show how gingerly they can cradle it, which is super, super sweet. I love seeing these videos. Of course, here's my dog doing the Maury Povich Glasses Challenge, where he shows how gently he can hold Maury's glasses in his mouth. I'm really worried, Connie, because I think Waka has your reading glasses and is totally chewing them up. Dude.
It's mine.
Dude.
No.
Oh, they're yours? Maury, I'm so... more. And here's a picture of me after we did the egg challenge and I tried to get the egg back. Yeah, I look good. Tonight's Jackal goes to an outbreak of norovirus, which causes vomiting and diarrhea. It's among the security staff in the Olympic Village. It's so unfortunate, not just for everyone in close proximity, especially the athletes, but because it has forced me to reckon with the fact that I would still probably bang an Olympian, even if that means catching norovirus. Is that bad? Am I wrong? I want to thank Connie, Maury, Jenna, and Wesley. You know what? I bet if you ever are at a dinner party and you get seated next to one of these two, it's gold. It's Connie Chung and Maury Povich. Maury's Show Maury. It's in its 20th season weekdays. Jenna Wortham and Wesley Morris host the podcast Still Processing. A new episode drops every Thursday. Connie, what interview are you proudest of?
I have to say, "Roar."
I mean, you've done thousands of interviews, so I would imagine that that's a hard
it's
question.
a hard one.
Yeah.
Well, when I saw Nixon during Watergate, and I happened to be walking into the White House, and he's just standing there, and he was underground. He wouldn't say a word.
Right.
And I kind of went up to him, and all Secret Service went, swarmed around me. And so I was asking him all kinds of questions. Didn't want to take my pad and paper out because I was afraid he'd stop talking.
And all the reporters are watching Connie talk to Nixon.
Through the window.
Very jealous.
Out of the press room. You've seen the press room. And they came swarming out, and the Secret Service kept them back. And I was asking him all kinds of important questions. And he really wouldn't answer them. And he just looked at me and said, "Tell me, how much money do you make?" And I went, "Excuse me?" And he said, "How much money do you make?" And I said, "I make $27,000, but if I do an extra TV spot, I get an extra 35. Or if I do an extra radio spot, I get an extra 25. And he said, "You gotta listen to this. You gotta make more money."
That's amazing.
So she goes back, and all the reporters are going,
"What'd he say? What'd he say?" And I had nothing. I just...
So, by the way, did you go on the news? Was that when you were with NBC?
CBS.
You were with CBS. And did you go on the air that night and say, "I spoke to the president"?
And I asked him this, and I asked him that. He dodged this, he dodged that. But I didn't include this stuff about how much money.
That's funny. Do you... Martha R. from Pennsylvania. Did Maury ever have to take or give a woman a DNA test for his own personal reasons?
Oh, no.
No.
No, but, I've been around so long, I cannot remember all of the things.
I think you would be able to remember. Catherine M., Facebook. Connie, do you regret asking Newt Gingrich's mother about Hillary Clinton?
Oh.
No, I actually don't, because she was whispering things to me. She was like, I have a sister who always does the same thing. She says, he had cancer, or they're getting a divorce,
And she said, Hillary's a bitch.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And the cameras were rolling, and the lights were on, and everything, and it was pretty obvious
that you were shooting an interview. Yes. Yes.
And so then she did her little whisper thing, and...
Newt went nuts.
Yeah, he went crazy.
Let's go back to the phones. Caller, what's your name and from where are you calling?
Hi, Andy. This is Shelley from Kansas City.
Hey, what's your question?
My question's for Connie, and it's actually two parts.
Okay.
If you had the opportunity to interview Trump again, what's the first question you would ask? And would you ever send Trump roses again?
Aren't you funny? He says that I sent him roses, and he was so mad at me because he didn't like the way I did an interview with him. This was a long time ago, in the 90s, that he cut them off and sent them back. That's not true.
Right.
But...
First thing you'd ask him.
I'd ask him, has he ever seen a shrink?
Back to the phones. Caller, what's your name and from where are you calling?
Hi, y'all. This is Cindy in Florida.
Hey, Cindy, what's your question?
My question is for Maury.
Okay.
What do you think of the Cash Me Outside girl?
Oh, good question. Now, do you know this Cash Me Outside girl?
No.
She is a spawn of Dr. Phil. Actually, she was on the Dr. Phil show. She's not a kid. No, she doesn't have her own show. She's this mean teen, this bad teen. She was 13. She was on the Dr. Phil show, and she's just a little juvie delinquent who's become this Instagram famous girl.
They didn't try to turn her around?
He tried to turn her. She's as bad as she was. She's a bad penny. Have you heard of her?
What's the Cash Me?
She said, yes, of course you have. You guys are, on it. She said... she was saying, well, something, and she was like, catch me outside, how about that? And he said, what? Catch me outside, how about that? That's how she became famous.
I bet I could straighten her out.
Yes!
Maury!
Back to the phones. Caller, what's your name and from where are you calling?
Hi, this is Diana calling from Strongsville, Ohio.
Hey,
Andy, I love you, I love Waka, and I love the show.
Thank you.
Okay, so my question is for both Maury and Connie, what is your spouse's most annoying habit?
Good question.
Well, daily with me, she is insufferably late for every single appointment. She's late for dinner. She's late to go to bed. I mean, I mean, you know, I'm a little older than she is, so I mean, I got a nice, reasonable bedtime at around 9:30, 10 o'clock. But no, 1 in the morning. She's still.
Is that true?
Oh yeah,
What are you
1 in the
doing
morning.
until then, Connie?
Reading the papers.
Really?
You know, when you make a lot of
Crackling the
noise.
papers.
Oh, in bed?
In bed.
Oh, no. Connie.
With the light on.
Oh, no. And what is Maury's most annoying habit? Connie is in a fit of hysterics. What's his most annoying habit?
Just for the record, we arrived here on time.
I was going to point that out.
Thank you.
Sure?
We made it.
What is his most annoying habit?
Everything. He's
Finishing your sentences.
But he's also answering my questions. He dominates conversations.
Right,
You know,
right.
blah blah. You know, it's a talk show
I do
host,
know.
right?
Yes.
A talk show host. You go
Honestly.
blah blah
Yes,
blah
I
blah
know.
blah, and he's so loud.
Yeah.
You know, he's got a booming voice.
He does.
Yes, and he can't.
A lot of whiskey.
He can't bring it down to an indoor voice, an
Right.
inside voice.
Modulation issues.
Yes.
Yes.
And
well, you know,
so-
Jews.
Really?
We have modulation issues. Yes.
You think so?
Yes. Are you kidding?
Especially in this city.
Oh my God. Yeah.
So he's so loud. His mother used to say, Connie, I think you should sit across from him. Don't ever sit next to him because he's so loud. And I said, thank you. What a great bit of advice, you know?
Back to the phones. Caller, what's your name and from where are you calling?
Hi, this is Chris. I'm in Kansas City.
Hey, Chris, what's your question?
Hi, Andy. First, I love you. Thanks for the opportunity. Hi, Connie, and hi, Maury.
Hi.
Hi, I have a question for Connie.
Okay.
Since your husband is an expert at lie detector tests, have you ever told Maury a lie or a fib? And if so, did he ever determine if you were telling the truth?
I always lie to him, and he never figures out the truth. You know, he doesn't know.
What's the last thing you lied to him about?
Let's see. If I smoked a cigarette.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you still
She's
smoke
one of those
a little bit?
sneaky.
You're a sneaky. You were always I saw you smoking at the Oklahoma City bombing.
You did?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Well, I
We
get
were
a
there
little-
working.
And I
You know,
guarantee
was
you it wasn't
working.
just one.
No, it wasn't one.
Yeah. But
It
she
was
does this.
More than
This is what she does. She doesn't carry cigarettes or anything.
I bum.
She bums.
But so we live in an apartment
That doesn't
building.
count.
So we live in an apartment building, and now all of a sudden, I hear the
elevator door.
elevator coming up, and who was that, Connie? Nobody. Okay, fine. And the next thing I walk into the bathroom, I go, holy Christ, what have you done again?
By the way, how long have you
certain
lived?
suppliers, you know, in the building?
Some suppliers in the building.
So I
love it.
call the front desk and I say, can you get me one? Just one.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And then sometimes there are vacation relief, and they bring up one, and they ring the elevator door, and they go, they told me to give this to you.
That's amazing.
And I go, it's fine. It's just a cigarette.
Yes.
It's not weed.
Yes.
You're
Yes.
doing nothing wrong. You won't get fired. Thank you.
Right. How long have you lived in that building?
I moved there first. I had an
This
apartment.
is a good one. This is really good.
Well,
What
We
year?
got married there, 1984.
Were you there when Lennon was there?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
Yeah.
And so then we got married when we were living in two different cities. I was in New York and Maury
was
was
in
in
DC,
Washington.
right?
Yes. You're so good.
Well,
You know? Yeah, I know, but
about
you are
guys.
really good.
Oh, thanks.
I mean, just like all those people
So
who
then
are
we
calling.
get married in her apartment, and then I still
Stop talking
am
about
in
him.
Washington. And then about a year and then Rupert Murdoch brings me to do a current affair, and I come to New York. He
We
says,
have
"Why
to
don't we
live together."
Why don't we find out if you can live together?" And it took 10 years for her to put me on the deed.
The lease.
And the lease. By the way, did you combine apartments or did you keep Connie's same apartment? Later you combined.
Later we bought another apartment.
Yeah.
Everybody give it up for Connie and Maury and Jenna and Leslie. For more, click around BravoTV.com. That was amazing.
Thanks for listening to the podcast, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the show. Remember, new episodes go live Monday through Friday at 4 p.m.